More than a month on the run, traveling from East Tennessee to Florida. But tonight, Sean Williams, who is facing several rape charges, is back in custody.
10 News anchor Brittany Bailey spoke with the U.S. Marshal Service today and joins us to explain just how authorities tracked down that inmate who spent more than a month on the run. And Brittany, worth noting, he was taken into custody in a wheelchair.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see that video in just a moment. And it turns out Sean Williams may not have gotten far after his initial escape. In fact, the U.S. Marshal says he was likely right under the noses of people living in Greenville for nearly a month. You may remember he escaped from a transport van on the way to federal court in Greenville back on October 18th. After that, authorities believe he managed to hide among the transient community in Greenville for nearly a month. And then they say he stole a truck and left the state on November 17th. He was then spotted at a store in Sylva, North Carolina, but authorities still couldn't catch him. That's when he headed to Pinellas County, Florida. By that time, authorities had put out a bolo for that stolen truck, and when officers started closing in on him, Williams ditched the truck and took off on foot. That's when he walked into a 7-Eleven to buy a hot dog, and the store clerk recognized him from the news and called to report him. Williams ran and hid under a tarp until an officer and canine found him. Now, we are seeing video of Sean Williams being booked into jail in Florida after that arrest. He then appeared in court today and waived his extradition hearing, so he will be headed back here to East Tennessee soon. And when that happens, the U.S. Marshal says he will be under extremely tight security.
We want them to ask the hard questions and try to find out, get right to the bottom of whether, we're talking about somebody providing help and, somebody being in collusion with him. They're there at the facility or the transport team or any of that, or whether he was incredibly lucky and there was some negligence or all of those kind of things on part of the transport team, or how all of those things came to be.
Meanwhile, authorities are also looking into how Sean Williams managed to survive on the run for so long and whether he had any help. John and Robin.
Oh, what a story. All right, Brittany, thank you.